Hello, everyone. Can you hear me back there? All right. I'm Andy Masick. I'm the president of the Heinz History Center, which also operates the Fort Pitt Museum. And we're delighted to see everyone out today. We were just hearing from the Pittsburgh Concert Chorale, Susan Medley. How great is that for a name for a chorale director? Susan Medley and the Pittsburgh Concert Chorale. Let's hear it for them. You're going to hear from them again shortly as we sing the Star-Spangled Banner, because today we are going to take down the British red ensign, the British battle flag, and in its place is going to rise a 36-foot garrison flag, an American flag with 13 stars and 13 stripes. It's going to take its place at the top of this pole. That pole wouldn't be possible, and this blockhouse, the oldest building in Pittsburgh, 1764, wouldn't be possible without the Daughters of the American Revolution. I think some of you know the story of how this building was saved, but we have with us Susan Matlack, the regent of the National Society Daughters of the American Revolution. Susan, would you just jump up here for a second and take a bow?
Thanks, Andy. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for coming out today. This is awesome. We are so excited to continue our partnership with the Heinz History Center, with the Fort Pitt Museum, our partners right across the sidewalk, which is awesome. And we love sharing our blockhouse with you. We've owned it for more than 125 years, and we always have it open to the public for free of charge, so no charge to come in and check it out. So once we're all done with the ceremony and we get this magnificent U.S. flag up this flagpole and get this British red ensign down, yay, please come in and visit the blockhouse. We can't wait to welcome you and tell you all about it. So thank you very much, and thank you again for your help today.
Thank you, Susan. Well, I'd like to make one other introduction before we run up the colors. Ed Lettieri, Fort Pitt Capital Group, is with us. Ed, come on up here for a second. Ed is a vice president and director of sales, Fort Pitt Capital. Ed, we probably couldn't be running the Fort Pitt Museum without the help that you give us. We're a nonprofit organization, and you help make things happen. You make it possible. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy, and thanks to all of you for being here. It's our pleasure. We're very proud to support this kickoff to the 4th of July. And we're very pleased to be here with the Daughters of the American Revolution, our friends from the Heinz History Center, and all of you. We help people reach their goals. And there's a lot of choices involved in setting your goals. And without freedom, we don't have that choice. And so as Benjamin Franklin, he's right here, said after the Constitutional Convention, somebody said, "What kind of government did you give us?" And he said, "A republic, if you can keep it." And it's just a reminder that what we have is a fragile experiment, and it's up to all of us to protect it and preserve it for the next generation, just like all these young folks here. And we have been very cognizant of doing our part at Fort Pitt Capital to try to say thanks. So we've been the sponsor of the Veteranpreneur of the Year Award for many years. And when Bob FM approached us a few months back and said, "Would you like to support some local veteran-owned businesses?" we jumped at the chance. We've got a lot of those veteran-owned business owners here today, and we want to say thank you to them. Absolutely. And we'd like to say thanks to everyone who's served and the families that have sacrificed with them and all of the people here, because freedom is not free, and it's up to us as citizens to protect it. So stop by absolutely. Please stop by the booth to learn more, to get your passes to go throw tomahawks. I'm really excited about that. That's what got me excited this morning. And again, thank you all. God bless you, and God bless America.
Thank you, Ed Lettieri, Fort Pitt Capital. All right, let's get to business here, because we're going to put up that flag today. And anybody who wants to help put up the 36-foot garrison flag, just come on in to this area here, this grassy area, because it's a big flag. I remember one year we had Girl Scouts putting up that flag. A gust of wind came up. We had to get a Girl Scout out of that tree there. It's like a sail when the wind comes up. So we need lots of hands. Grab a hold of Old Glory and help us run it to the top of the pole. You know, it was Thomas Jefferson who wrote the first draft of the Declaration of Independence that was ratified on July 4th, 1776. He said, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." That's what America is all about. That's the promise of America. That's the hope for our future. And this last year has tested us all, I know. It's been a hard year for the United States and for the world. Well, we're coming out of that depression now, and it's great to see so many faces here at Fort Pitt. Well, I think it's time to strike the colors.
Yay!
Bring down the British red ensign. That flag flew over Fort Pitt after 1758, when George Washington and General Forbes rode in and found the smoldering ruins of Fort Duquesne. You can see the outline of Fort Duquesne right over there in the middle of that field, that tracery. And Washington turned to Forbes and said, "What are we going to call this place now that we've taken it from the French?" And General John Forbes was from Scotland. He was near Dunfermline, close to Edinburgh. And he said, "Well, why don't we name it for the British Prime Minister, the man who's in charge of North America, William Pitt. We'll call it Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh." And that's why Pittsburgh has an H on it to this day. It's a Scottish borough. It's not a burg, it's a borough. And so they put up the British red ensign. But in 1776, a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men and women are created equal. They didn't say it that way, but that's what they meant. So they brought down the British red ensign, and they started to hook up the grommets on a 20-foot by 36-foot garrison-sized flag. They wanted that flag so big, Susan, they wanted that flag so big you could see it for 5 miles away. Imagine this territory. There are no big buildings here. There's just trees as far as the eye could see. And then out of those trees, at the point, at the confluence of the rivers, was this flag, this red, white, and blue banner with 13 stars for the 13 colonies that turned into states, and 13 stripes also to recognize those 13 states. Now you can see how long this flag is. They're still unfurling it. They're still unfolding it. You can see how many people there are, 40 people here, and they're still unfolding that flag. They're not going to let it touch the ground. They know that this symbol represents the United States of America. And it represents the people who have fought and sacrificed so that we might be free. And that flag has become a beacon of hope for people around the world. It's something that we honor certainly on the 4th of July, but every day deserves respect. All right, they're unfurling that flag. Everybody's got a hand on it. This is the flag that you see when you come through the Fort Pitt tunnels and Pittsburgh reveals itself to you. This is the flag you see wafting over Point State Park, right here at the Block House. where Pittsburgh began. All right, the Fort Pitt crew is going to have to hook up those grommets now. The end of where the hem of the flag is, that the 20-foot section is called the hoist, and the long side of the flag is called the fly, as you can imagine. So 20-foot hoist, 36-foot fly. He's got the first grommet on the hoist. It's calm. I don't think we're going to lose any Girl Scouts today. But you never know. We've got Cub Scouts here too. They've got a firm grip on the red stripes. They've got the second grommet hooked. They've got the third grommet hooked. You can see how big those stars are. They're more than 13 inches across each one. There it goes. Now they're cranking as fast as they can because the protocol when you're putting up the American flag is to run it up as fast as you can. And when you take it down at the end of the day, you lower it slowly with dignity. Good job, team, getting that hooked up. There it goes. The original flags were made of wool bunting, an open weave wool that was light to catch the breeze. This one's made of a special lightweight nylon, hoping to mimic the properties of those original flags. When it gets to the top, we're going to hear from the Pittsburgh Chorale. The Pittsburgh Concert Chorale, Susan Medley leading, is going to lead us in the Star-Spangled Banner. I hope you'll all join in.
And bright stars through the perilous
Happy Independence Day, everyone. Almost as if on cue, the breeze came in and took that flag. Well, I hope you'll take the time to visit the Fort Pitt Museum today. There is a charge for the museum, unless you're a veteran, and then it's free today. There's going to be tomahawk throwing over here. In the woods over there, we have living history characters dressed in 18th century garb. DJ Huff is here from the Seneca Nation. Please talk to him and learn about the first peoples of Pittsburgh and Western Pennsylvania as well. Now, if you haven't been inside the blockhouse, remember, the Daughters of the American Revolution have for more than 100 years been the custodian of this treasure, the 1764 blockhouse. There's no charge to visit the blockhouse, but I bet Susan Matlack and the daughters would appreciate a donation as you leave. It helps them keep the roof on the blockhouse. And one more time, let's give a round of applause to the Pittsburgh Concert Chorale for their terrific job. Are you going to perform any more for us? How about one encore? Thank you all for coming today. God bless America.